Hey everybody, Vaughn here with the Vonster Vlog, and welcome to day 103 of a year of yoga. We are outside again today because it is just a beautiful day, really. Getting set up on my yoga mat and making sure there's no rocks or anything, and I have my book here with my yoga sequence in it. Oof. And we are going to start just down on our knees in thunderbolt position. Getting everything set up. There we go. Oh, hat off if you want. Let's actually take a moment and just sit crisscross applesauce, nice and happy, comfy, and just enjoy this wonderful moment that we're in right now. Tune in to your breath. If you're outside like me or would like to pretend that you're outside, which is often what I do, I don't know if the mic is picking up on the breeze in the trees and the leaves falling to the ground. I wish I could share this smell with you of straw bales and fallen leaves and moist soil, and the grinding of someone using a circular saw 2 or 3 houses down. But, you know, it's all just part of the cacophonous symphony of life or something. Let's get some neck circles in, one way and then the next. May do some seated cat-cows. Just whatever you'd like to do to just bring yourself into this moment. I love being outside and feeling the breeze, and it is so nice that, knock on wood, but there are no mosquitoes this exact second. They'll probably find me in about, a minute and a half, but they're not here yet, so thank you guys so much for joining me here today. Was it day 103? That's pretty cool, y'all. I'm just saying. Let's get to it. We are going to come over into a tabletop position. Inhale and exhale. You could have your toes curled under if you like. I'm actually going to do that today. Typically I have my feet flat and I'm grounding into the mat with the top of my foot, but I'm going to have my toes curled under. And we're going to start by inhaling and exhaling our left leg out behind us, and then lift it. And then we're going to do circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And let's come to the other side. And we're scooping from behind to the front this time. So there's 1, lifting that back leg, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Woo! Come back to tabletop, do a little bit of cat-cow. I'm going to readjust my mic because I'm worried that it's like grinding on my shirt. I don't know if the sound, I don't know. I'm still figuring this stuff out. You'd think I'd have it down after like 100 days. Nope. Nope. Just taking in some deep breaths. I forget which arm I was on. Oh yeah. So inhale, exhale, extending our leg out behind us. And now scooping forward and then coming behind. There's 1, 2, 3. You want to make a full circle like the hands of a clock. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Take a moment here to just pulse the leg up once, twice, thrice, 4, and 5. Coming back down into our tabletop, shifting our weight, extending that right back leg, lifting, and scooping forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And now from here, let's pulse, lifting that back leg nice and straight. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Coming back now, let's sit in a thunderbolt position. Give our wrists a little bit of a break. Just making teacup hands, that's what I call it whenever we're wiping out the inside of a teacup. Just making a circle with our fingers. And the other direction. Here in our neck of the woods in southwestern Missouri, this mid-November, like early mid-November, is prime autumn time. That's when everything is actually changing colors. The leaves are actually falling. So like everybody has their fall festivals like beginning of October around here, but it still just feels like summer. Whereas now I'm like, yes, my season. So let's come back down now to tabletop. Grounding and pushing through our hands. We have our fingers evenly spaced, but we don't want to have our thumbs as far away from all the fingers as we can. We want to have them just nicely engaged, but I do want to keep my fingers spread nice and wide. Toes curled under, inhale, and exhale up into a downward facing dog. And from here, I'm going to move my left foot to the center, lift my right leg up, bend it, and start doing some circles. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Let's change directions. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Let's bring it back down. I'm going to lower my knees to the mat and come back up again. Give our wrists a little bit of a break, just making circles with our hands in one direction and then the other. We may just do figure 8s in one direction and then the other. I'm also going to try, very stiff through my shoulders, bringing my hands together behind my back, and then just traveling my hands interlaced into kind of a fist, just interlaced together, traveling that down to my tailbone, and then inhaling. Oh my gosh, it smells so good, like leaves out here, you guys. Just inhale and exhaling, lifting my chest, and it's so tight through like my pecs, my armpit, like region of the pecs, and then across the top of my deltoids. And I've been doing with weights like these kind of lateral raises, and I'm suspicious that has something to do with it. Oh yeah, and this freaking yoga sequence, which is kicking my butt like so hard, but it's good to be challenged. It's good to be challenged and be able to do the thing. So adjust it to wherever you need it to be. Instead of being in a downward facing dog, you could be like how we were yesterday and have your hands up on like an ottoman or a stool or something, because that's going to make it a lot easier for you to hold your upper body up if you're kind of weak and wobbly through your arms the way that I tend to be. So we're going to inhale and exhale into downward facing dog. Just enjoying being here for a moment. Bringing that right foot into the middle, lifting our left leg up, bending, and 1, making circles, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Other direction. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And back down. There we go. Just sitting back onto my heels. I'm actually going to come into a crisscross applesauce for just a sec. Ooh. There's no reason for us to be like, ooh, power through it. It's our yoga practice. We can take breaks, sweet, delicious moments of just relishing being right here, right now, wherever we are. You could be on your kitchen floor with a nice candle going and just enjoying being there. There's no right or wrong way to do this. Though I do have to say I'm absolutely delighted. Oh no, the chickens have found me. I'm absolutely delighted to be out here today. It's supposed to start raining later in the week. So soaking this up while I can. Just inhale, pulling that breath into the depths of your lungs, letting it swirl around before letting it come back out. Inhale. Hey, nutmeg. Exhale. How you doing, girl? Huh? How you doing? My poor freaking toes. At least I'm not in the sequence we were in last time. My toes were... She's like, don't touch me. Okay, let's get back to it before we get eaten by dinosaurs. They're doing such a good job of grazing the yard. Okay, so now we're going to be in puppy posture. I'm going to have my toes curled under so they don't get me today. And we are going to be going from cat. Oh, didn't mean to whistle. But just breathing out. And I have my hands very far forward to try to make this a clean transition from cat to puppy. And this is really opening through the chest, through the arms. You could have blocks or some sort of prop to have your hands up on. And then coming up into cat, and then down into puppy, bringing those elbows to the mat, getting a little deeper each time. And coming back up. And you can, if you want, shift your hands in between each. Coming down into puppy. Coming back up into cat. And once more, bringing our hands nice and forward, lowering down. I'm so paranoid for my toes, you guys. Like, nutmeg's just on the prowl. Okay, coming back, let's sit in a cobbler position because this next posture is quite challenging. For me, at least. We are going to be in a little bit of a floating tabletop. So we will actually be up on our hands and our toes, but our knees will be bent like we're in tabletop. So we're going to be floating there, and then we're going to shift our hips from one side to the other. I've never done this before. I don't know if I can. So we'll figure it out, though. And I think if you're having trouble with this, again, being like maybe just on your hands and knees and shifting your hips from one side to the other, possibly having your upper body again supported on a stool or something, or an ottoman, something very sturdy that you can really put your weight on and have it like not be slipping and sliding around. But it's that shifting of our hips from side to side. And after I get some experience with it today with you guys, we might both be doing this for the first time. I'm going to be doing more research about variations and stuff and see how that might be helpful to me and maybe even helpful to you guys. which I appreciate any sort of feedback that y'all want to give down in the comments about what you need in your yoga practice, what sorts of things are challenging for you, maybe what kinds of injuries you're dealing with, either past or present, or things that you're trying to prevent. So let's do this. We can do this, you guys. Let's go. Okay. So coming into our tabletop position, let's start by just curling our toes under, inhaling, and just jump right in. Let's see if we can lift our knees. Oh, well, that's not so bad. And then we just shift our, dropping one knee and then the other, putting 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8. Oh, but that wasn't so, oh God, that was hard. That wasn't like, I'm not dead. We lived, maybe. You still good over there? But yeah, that was, well, wow, we did that. Yeah, it's called a box hover with hip twists, and you do 8 of them. But to kind of give myself a sense of the hips twisting, dropping one knee and then the other, right on. I'm gonna do 8 more. So again, we curl our toes under, come up into the box hover, because we're very much still in that same tabletop engagement, and then dropping one knee. And it's really more about just shifting the hips, and so you don't have to drop your knees. It's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Yeah, I can see this being made much easier by having your upper body elevated, a little bit more of like that elevated push-up stance. We'll experiment more with that tomorrow, but let's sit back down. Whoo-wee. In a cobbler's pose, and I'm just going to start pulling the taffy of my lower back. Maybe stretching our neck back out. Letting go of any tension that we may have hoarded throughout the day. Just some slow, peaceful breaths. Bring yourself back to where you're ready to face the rest of your day. Thank you guys so much for joining me here today. I really look forward to seeing y'all again tomorrow for day 104. Feel free to practice, continue stretching, whatever you feel like you need stretched, and I'll see y'all next time. So let's hop back up. It's the hoppiest darn getting back up I've ever done, I do think. And I'm going to come turn the camera off before rounding up my yoga mat and book and stuff. So until next time, you guys, keep on keeping on. Mwah. Bye.